Welcome, racing fans, to the Motorsports Radio Podcast Network, motorsportsradio.net. Hello, everybody. This is your host, Manny Allegretta, and this is the weekend edition for this Friday, April 28th. We're one day late this week. NASCAR, IndyCar, and NHRA action this past weekend. A short track showdown and a battle with Mother Nature. Bristol Motor Speedway, a NASCAR Xfinity Series, and Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. Xfinity Series racing on Saturday with the Fitzgerald Glider Kiss 300 winner Eric Jones, driver of the number 20 car, and the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series racing on Sunday, which was postponed to Monday. That's the Food City 500 winner Jimmy Johnson, 48 Chevy, his second win in a row, leading 81 laps, and again, second in a row for Jimmy Johnson, also winning at Texas, winning the O'Reilly Auto Parts 500. NASCAR win count so far for 2017, 2 for Jimmy Johnson, 2 for Brad Keselowski, and then Kyle Larson, Truex Jr., Ryan Newman, Kurt Busch all have won. And 8 weeks so far into the season. IndyCar action at the Barber Motorsports Park with the Honda Grand Prix of Alabama winner Joseph Newgarden. And NHRA also this past weekend with the NHRA Spring Nationals. Pro Stock winner Bo Buntner with an elapsed time of 6.550 seconds at 212.26 miles per hour. Funny Car winner Ron Capps with an elapsed time of 4.004 seconds at 284.33 miles per hour. And Top Fuel Dragster winner Leah Perchette, elapsed time of 3.781 seconds at 321.96 seconds. All right, this is program driver standings, racing news, and the weekend schedule. No history of the numbers this week because we did the 48 already. Again, this is the weekend edition, and of course, we got to get into the big news that dropped, and of course, everyone's talking about it, and that is Dale Jr. Dale Jr. retiring, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to talk about it. But first, let's bang out the driver standings, starting with the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. Top 10, Kyle Busch in first place still, Chase Elliott in second, third, it's Chase Elliott in third, Joe Logano in fourth, and fifth, it's Brad Keselowski. Sixth is Jimmy Johnson, seventh, Jay McMurray, Clint Boyer in eighth, ninth is Kevin Harvick, and Ryan Blaney in 10th. There's a typo for the second place, that's why I can't give it at the moment. But Jimmy Johnson and Jay McMurray, 6th and 7th, both with 244 points. Kyle Larson with 7 playoff points, 10 playoff points for Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski, and Jimmy Johnson. Kevin Harvick has 3, Ryan Blaney has 2. From 11th through 15th in order, it's Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, Trevor Bayne, Ryan Newman, and Denny Hamlin. And then 16th through 20th is Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Casey King, Kurt Busch, Eric Almirola, and Matt Kenseth. Then from 21st to 25th, Austin Dillon, Daniel Suarez, Ty Dillon, Dale Jr., and Paul Menard. Taking a look at the Xfinity Series top 10. Elliott Sadler first place, second place William Byron, Justin Allgaier in third, fourth it's Ryan Reed, Daniel Hemrick in fifth, Darrell Wallace Jr. in sixth, seventh it's Billy Koch, Brian Poole in eighth, ninth it's Matt Tifft, and Michael Annett in 10th place. Elliott Sadler with 2 playoff points, 260 driver points, 2 playoff points. Justin Allgaier with 200 points and 5 playoff points. Ryan Reed with 184 plus 5 playoff points. Daniel Hemrick, Darrell Wallace Jr., 5th and 6th, both with 180 points. Daniel Hemrick with 1 playoff point. Taking a look at the... taking a look at the manufacturer standings here. Okay, take a look at the manufacturer standing here for Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. Chevrolet in first place with 298 points. Second place it's Ford with 290. Toyota in third place with 267. And then for the Xfinity Series, Ford's in first place with 255. Chevrolet in second, Toyota third, Dodge fourth. Chevy with 250, Toyota 243, and 27 for Dodge. IndyCar this past weekend. Formula 1 standings. We'll do Formula 1 standings next week. But here's the top 10 for IndyCar at the moment. Sebastian Bourdais still holding on to first place with 117 points. Scott Dixon in second. Third is Joseph Newgarden. Fourth is Simon Pagenaud. James Hinchcliffe in fifth. Sixth is Helio Castro-Neves. 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th in order. Ryan Hunter-Reay, Takuma Sato, Ed Jones, and Alexander Rossi. Ryan Hunter-Reay 7th and 8th, both with 65 points. All right, so now we got that out of the way, let's talk about the latest news. Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series, as if the 2017 season hasn't been a news-making season already. Here is some more, the big story, probably the biggest story of the 2017 NASCAR season, and that is Dale Earnhardt Jr., ladies and gentlemen, is retiring from the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series at the end of the 2017 season. This was announced on Tuesday. Earnhardt Jr. says at an hour-long news conference, he said, I'm not going to say everything he said, but he said, I'm accomplished way more than I ever dreamed, way more than I ever thought I'd accomplish. So I'm good, I'm good on that front. I'm so blessed and fortunate on what I was able to achieve, but I'm very sad because it's definitely disappointing for a lot of people to wake up to that news this morning, meaning on Tuesday. And then, I guess I kind of sort of felt that the day was coming, but I thought maybe a couple more years, maybe one or two. He's having issues with the concussion-like symptoms, which has been big news, and it's a big deal. I said maybe like 1 or 2 more years, but no, this is it. Now, Dale Jr. and Hendrick Motorsports actually met on March 26th to discuss the matter, and the announcement came out on Tuesday. Dale Jr. says, I want to honor my commitment to Rick, meaning Rick Hendricks, to my sponsors, to my teams, and to the fans. Then Rick Hendrick says that Jr. is, quote, like a son. So there you go. Rick Hendrick's a pretty good guy. And so I had to do it. I had to go over to one of Motorsports Radio Podcast Network's go-to sites, and that is driveraverages.com. And Dale Jr., who rolls into NASCAR in the number 8 car in 1999 in what was the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. 291 races in the number 8 Chevrolet, of course, and racing for Dale Earnhardt Incorporated. Making his Cup debut at the 1999 Coca-Cola 600 down there in Charlotte, and finishing 16th, started in 8th, but would go on and win 17 races, at 17 in the number 8, with 76 top 5s, 121 top 10s, and 192 top 20s. Dale Jr. piloted the 8 car from 1999 through 2007. So he got 2 wins in 2000, 3 in 2001, 2 in 2002, and 2 in 03. 6 in 2004, 1 in 05, and 1 in 06. And then the 88 car, the car most of NASCAR fans are familiar with now these days. Dale Jr. drove in 312 races with the double 8 with 9 wins. Dale Jr. taking over the 88 in 2008. Also, his first win in 08, winning the Budweiser Shootout, racing for Hendrick Motorsports in the 88 Chevy. And I'm guessing the Mountain Dew car is probably the most popular. It's the nationwide car, then he got the red and white Exalta car, but I'm guessing the Mountain Dew car has to be the most popular. So 9 wins in the 88 Chevy, 1 win in 08, 1 in 2012, 4 in 2014, and 3 in 2015. Also, 70. Now, these are stats from May 30th, 1999 through April 24th, 2017, so from up until last Monday. So 9 wins, 1 win in 08, 1 in 12, as mentioned, 4 in 014 and 3 in 015, but also 73 top 5s, 132 top 10s, 224 top 20s. Also 6 poles. 6 poles in the 88, 7 with the 8. So, but for the 88, 312 races in the 88 car, plus the 291 in the 8, for a total of 603 races. And again, that's from May 30th, 1999 for the Coca-Cola 600 through April 24th, the Food City 500, which was this past Monday. And boy, driveraverages.com, I don't know how to get all this stuff and do it, but boy, they're on point. So there it is, Dale Jr. So I kind of like Mountain Dew, though. But Dale Jr. career stats from May 30th, 1999 through April 24th, 2017. 603 races, as mentioned, 26 wins, 149 top 5s, 253 top 10s, 416 top 20s, and 13 poles. This total laps, 171,861, and total laps led, 8,197. Dale Jr. says, I just wanted the opportunity to go out on my own terms. And Kurt Busch says there's nobody that will ever replace Dale Jr. So now the big guy himself, Brian France, CEO of NASCAR, he says, quote, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is among the most recognizable athletes in the world, unequivocally serving as the sport's most popular driver for more than a decade. His passion for the sport will leave an impact on NASCAR that will be felt over its entire history. Over his 20-plus year career, Dale has proven himself a leader with a deep commitment to so many areas of the sport, all the way to its roots. We're excited about the next chapter of his NASCAR career and wish him success for the remainder of the 2017 season. So far, NASCAR has this thing where, NASCAR has this thing where fans can vote for their favorite Dale Jr. win. So Texas 2000, Richmond in 2000, the July race in Daytona in 01, Dover in 01, Talladega in 01, Talladega in 02, and some others. We got a link at motorsportsradio.net, so you head over there, motorsportsradio.net, on the main page and click the Best Dale Jr. Win Vote button, and that will bring you to the NASCAR page. All right, reaction from NASCAR drivers on the retirement announcement. Some tweets. Tony Stewart says, I'm proud of my great friend Dale Jr. for everything he's done for the sport. I'm even more proud of who he is as a man. And then he closes with, love you, friend. And then Jeff Gordon tweets, proud of all Dale Jr. All that Dale Jr. has accomplished and what he's meant to NASCAR, but more proud of who he is as a person. And then Jimmy Johnson tweets, you're a hell of a friend and teammate Dale Jr. I'm really happy for you and Amy Earnhardt. And Amy Earnhardt tweets, I'm so proud of Dale Jr. for working so hard to get back, and even prouder for his courage and self-awareness to make the decision to retire, and I'm sure God has many other great plans for him and us. So now the question is, who's taking over the 88 car? And not to sound cold, but everyone's thinking that right now. Who's going to take over for Dale Jr.? NASCAR has a gallery up at NASCAR.com titled The 5 to Watch, Drivers Who Could Take Over in the number 88. They got Alex Bowman, William Byron, Carl Edwards, who isn't retired, Kyle Larson, and Reagan Smith. Carl Edwards is not... Technically, he's not retired. He's just not racing this year. He's not. That's a big thing. And so we got a link here. Head to motorsportsradio.net and click the 5 to Watch button, and you got a little photo gallery up there that'll bring you to that page as well. Please note that Dale Jr. will be racing in the Xfinity Series in 2018 for 2 races. And that is all we got for now. Of course, as more stuff, we'll constantly keep an eye out for stuff. That's what we do. We report on the races after the races are over, all the races, and then we get some other stuff, news and information that breaks in between the race weekend. So that's what Motorsports Talk, motorsportsradio.net. So some red and white stripes at Richmond International Raceway. The raceway is painting red and white stripes along the, red stripes along the outside wall, a throwback to the roots of racing in Virginia. First race at Richmond in September of 1988. Prior to opening at Richmond, NASCAR races were held at the Virginia State Fairgrounds. From 1969 to 1988, the track was known as the Richmond Fairgrounds Raceway. But from 64 to 68, it was known as the Virginia State Fairgrounds. Richmond International Raceway track president Dennis Bickmeyer says, quote, I've always been fascinated by the historical racing images of the red and white on the wall at Richmond. Our longtime fans have often shared their fond memories of the Red Stripes, so it is a great day when we can reconnect our history with history on the track, and then the Red Stripes unite our past with our future, and we hope fans will have an awe-inspiring moment as they walk into the track for our Toyota race weekend.